What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
I can start.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Give us do your intro so we know when you're ready.
Oh my god. All right. And plus, I'm sick. Like, I have a sore throat and everything.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm sick. I think it's really just allergies.
It's cold as fuck, bro.
Yeah, but I think it's just allergies.
You know what I think it might be? Because like it's been happening over here too. It might just be like a weather change thing.
No, because like I was in a house with a cat, and I'm allergic to cats, and that's when, that's when it all started. So I was sneezing yesterday like crazy, and now like I got a sore throat. But,
Got you, bro.
all right, one time for the one time, two time for the sunshine. It's your boy, Earth your mind. Today, I got Scorp and Excellent in here with the call, and yeah, bro, we're just gonna be talking about Breakers, the new season, and overall, you know, I just got some questions that we can things to talk about, you know, and overall in the game. So first off, yeah, the gameplay that you guys are seeing in the background, first game I played with these guys randomly. Like, this was just random. I was just getting online trying to play the new Raider, quote unquote the new Raider, but yeah, and then I ran into these guys, and yeah, it was a pretty good game. I think it was a good game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, it's funny because we don't get those types of games anymore, if you get what I mean. Like, you don't get the cooperation within survivors anymore, you know what I mean, like randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get
that coordination.
Yeah, coordination and everything. That's what survivors really need, you know, but they don't have that anymore. That's what makes a fun game as well. But lately, you know,
right,
I've just been destroying people as Raider, you know. But first thing I wanted to just talk about is this season before we get into, you know, that other stuff. But this season so far, what do you guys think though? Yeah, either one of you.
I'll let you go first, Axel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, okay, so I feel like honestly the seasons are getting like progressively worse. Like, I know like the balance change, like, you know, it meant well, but when it comes to like actually incorporating these changes, like, it gets pretty scary, because like we'll want something just toned down a little bit. Like, we won't want like a full-blown nerf, and for them to just kind of go and be like, all right, well, why don't we nerf like IT, instant rise? It's kind of like they'll do more than just nerf one thing, and that could be pretty concerning.
Yeah.
Like 100 seconds and like an obvious instant rise.
Yeah,
like,
I noticed
down?
that animation, like that little animation that it gives you.
Yeah.
Instant rise. I noticed that. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
I also, yeah, I noticed like the cooldowns for like grapple and missile, because I was actually I wasn't running Jackal ship, but I was running you know, both of those, missile and grapple, and I noticed, yeah, the cooldown was crazy. Like,
Right.
I understand Jackal ship, but why grapple and I don't know, bro. But yeah, grapple doesn't make any sense though. I don't know.
Yeah, so like they pretty much like nerf survivors to the ground. Like, instant rise is 100 seconds, instant descent is 80. IT is practically useless. Jackal ship is like a it's a startup, not to say that, I guess.
What's IT on? What's the cooldown for that?
I think it's the same.
Same?
I think it's the same, but it takes longer to IT.
Oh,
Like, you don't
yeah.
understand.
yeah.
If you
Wait,
wait, you have to wait like 80 seconds. Like,
Oh
it's
my
half.
God.
Yeah, the farther they are, the longer it.
It makes
Yeah, it's
sense,
like
but
the-
in this type of game, no, like that's not
Right.
that's not right.
Especially when it's used on like so many different types of builds.
Yeah.
For example, like I cannot imagine trying to use it to like go and heal someone, and then you have to wait like 13 seconds. It's like a long portion of their life.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what if they can't? Like, they nerf senzu beans and drinks, so you can't do it instantly at the same time.
Wow.
And it's kind of like, well, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think, Squirt?
I think the nerfs are like insane, dude. They like Raiders now that are terrible. Like what can they complain about? There's like so much stuff that the survivors got nerfed. They got cooked pretty much.
Yeah.
Like Jocko ship is 130, I think. Like it's crazy. A lot of the meta shit is cooked, and also resistance. That shit is practically useless now.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the thing, also I noticed, I know we do tend to like shit on like the new season until people start adapting. Like I think I need to give, I'll say that that's my mistake. I do think that we should wait and just see how things adapt, how the community adapts and stuff like that. So that's my fault. I do tend to do that. But what I'm seeing like consistently is the community is just like slowly like we're not like I'm talking about online. We're not playing as a team, you know? Like people are dying and like they're feeding more. Like I don't know.
Right.
It just doesn't seem like when I first started Breakers, which is season 5, which I know it seems pretty late, but
It was 4.
it was 4. That was I'm
Yeah.
talking about Broly.
That's when the game became free. Yeah.
You sure?
4 was Broly, 5 was Goku Black.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're right.
So
Wait,
it's been a 4
wait.
year.
What was season 7 was Baby? Last
Season 7 was Gamma's.
Oh, Gamma.
was
I
Gamma's.
don't know how I forgot. Okay, I forgot about Gamma's. Wow, it's been a while. So, actually, what's it called? Told me. I think that was Skittle that told me that this game is actually $2 now. I think he told me.
The discounts,
Really?
huh?
Yeah, he told me that. He asked me earlier. He was like, "Yo, should I get it?" And I was like, "Wow, I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was two. Hold on, let me confirm the price. Hold on. He told
Okay.
me. He told me at 4 p.m. He was like, "Should I cop?" It's $3 actually. And I was like, "Nah, the game's dead."
Is it like all across the board, like PlayStation?
I'm not
Xbox?
sure, but this is definitely PlayStation. I see it. Yeah, no, this is definitely PlayStation. But I'm not sure about everyone else. So I mean, if you want to try the game out, you guys, it's $3 if you don't have it. But I'm pretty sure anybody watching this has the game already. But yeah, it's $3. I mean, rightfully so. Like, you need to get these player numbers up. But
Yeah.
it I don't know. I feel like also what's keeping this game up is definitely the Japanese players that I'm not seeing on Steam charts. Cause that's not being recorded. I don't know. They're not tracking that. So
Right. And that's like a large part of their player base. too.
exactly. I would like to see those numbers. Which yeah. I mean,
I think the one thing I can kind of respond to like the whole like survivors not wanting to jump in, it's kind of like the fact that like the seasons literally there's no such thing as an escape at this point. Like you just
Yeah.
can't
yeah.
without
No more
leaving in
escapes.
the middle of your D change, which means like you really can't even fight that much. You can only fight for like maybe 15 seconds,
Yeah.
if that. And it's just like even with grapple, like sometimes you're just not gonna get away. If like a raider can hard tunnel you, that's just it. Like
Yeah.
and then like they can camp you and there's nothing you can do about it. Like healer builds got nerfed to the ground.
Mhm.
Like the animation cancels has just really hit us hard.
Yeah. I also
It's unfortunate.
no, I actually seen you guys. I think that's a really good meta. Like you guys were using Nimbus. I don't know if they got to that part yet in the video.
Yeah.
You guys can see it on the screen, but you guys were using Nimbus, and I think what's that launch perk that you were you guys using that? I don't know. I don't know. Like
Oh, the item pickup?
yeah, the item pickup. Like as you
Oh,
can
yeah,
use the
never mind.
vehicle and then pick the stuff up.
Yeah, so
That's smart.
speaking of a positive, Nimbus like got like insanely buffed. Like it's insanely fast now.
Yeah, I thought you guys were using the vehicle build. Like the
Well,
fast
okay,
vehicle.
no, actually, like you actually should run vehicle speed boost. Like I definitely run it, and I noticed like a lot of other people run it, and it's
Yeah.
actually faster than Raiders now, even with like people that's using Trained by an Angel or Resistance or even both sometimes.
Wow.
Like you're faster than a Transfer, which is kind of like insane to think about because it's like you can really outrun a Raider with just like with Nimbus, and not to mention like if you're in an AD or if you're panicked, you instantly hop on your Nimbus. Like
Yeah.
the animation is so much faster. You just kind of like hop on your Nimbus and you can just go anywhere. And I feel like that's like a plus side to survivors when they need to like jump level 1
Mhm.
sometimes, or even get away from like baby at like points.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's really helpful because it's kind of like I know like a big thing last season was like a lot of people like they still wouldn't go in, but
Mhm.
it's kind of like you can really find a raider so much faster. Like if you need to kill a Goldo before like he gets his next level, like there's really no excuse because everybody's running Nimbus. Like you could just be like, okay guys, let's go over there right now. Let's do something about it, or
Mhm.
even like step up Frieza a little bit so then like the punishment isn't as bad as if he does get golden. It's just less time to use it.
Yeah.
Really anything. I think it's really helpful. Like you also find keys a lot better.
Mhm.
Like that, like I feel like in a way, like the survivors did get a little better with just Nimbus by itself. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Golden Frieza though? Like you said,
Him, just Golden Frieza himself
just
is really
Golden
really
Frieza
good.
himself. Like,
Okay, then he's really good. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he's really good. I think my one thing is kind of like, well, like I see what they were trying to do by making up a little bit balanced by him losing the form,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like the best benefit you're getting out of Golden Frieza is going immortal, getting all the Dragon Balls and becoming immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get the Dragon Balls and you get Immortal, you're infinite Golden Frieza.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking about is like the only time you'll get to really get to Golden Frieza is like okay, so when you guys first got Golden Frieza, what stage of the game were you at? Like what was the STM out? Was there one survivor left? Like
For me, it was STM out when I first got him.
okay, so how many people were alive?
I would say half the lobby.
Like no, yeah, that's more. I mean, that's less than I thought. I mean, no,
'Cause,
that's
like-
more than that's more. But yeah, I really think like, ah man, they could have done something else. I don't know. Because okay, so for example, like baby, everyone knows level 3, like the level 3 baby, you know.
Right.
And then they had the grade 8 as level 4. So at least they give you a chance to get to level 3 to play as that character, that fan favorite character. You know what I mean? So Golden Frieza, I don't know. Like I don't even know why they would do that and have it as an active skill. I don't know. It was just weird. But yeah, obviously I think Golden Frieza is really good. I think he's really good, but
Yeah.
it's just
Its dash attack is crazy.
yeah. I wish they would give us a you know a better chance of playing, really get to fully experience Golden Frieza like that for him. But
Right.
and then having him as a separate raider from the actual Frieza that we like, I don't know why they did that. Like a whole new raider, but I have to start back from level 1 when there's an exact same Frieza that I've already leveled up. I don't know.
Right. With the same everything. Yeah.
Exactly. Like they could have switched up something. I like that little dash. He finally has a dash, but
Right.
yeah, I feel like he should have been had that. But what else? Yeah, it's. I mean UI. Yeah, I want to talk about UI. Like, okay, so that move, right? It felt like you guys were using it. I don't have it, and I haven't really like looked into it. It felt like you guys were using it more than once, or was the cooldown
so-
short or something? How
So,
does that
so the
work?
cooldown on it is 145 or 150.
Mm.
But like it pretty much it's pretty much a dash but power unleashed, because when you use it, you're in your D change for a tiny bit. So if the raider isn't looking, you can technically launch off like another super, even though it's not a true combo.
Mm.
Like I said, only if the raider isn't looking, then you can actually get it off.
Mm. Okay. Like, what's your Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I just didn't know what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, it's pretty much so think of Dragon Fist, but without the invincibility, but you have like power unleashed with it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's practically what it is.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, actually, I would say it's more like Kalkin Rush, if I'm being honest, rather than Dragon Fist.
Okay, then yeah, more like how it can rush, but you have a D change pretty much. That's practically what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe a dash version of like yeah. It's just practically power unleashed.
Mm. All right. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. But overall, I just think like where we're headed with this game, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it feels like
Keep it-
season by season, ever since Baby, honestly.
Ever since
Right.
Betty, the game started going downhill.
Started going down.
I was gonna say, a really big thing we should talk about is MUI Goku. His level 1, really good, pretty solid. Like his Kamehameha,
Mm.
pretty nice. But it's kind of like I don't really put that much thought into it. Like his level 2 and 3 key blasts are pretty bad because you have to be locked onto a raider to even get those key blasts in, which
Mm.
means you have to be pretty close. And they can also be canceled out by raiders. Like you just kind of get stomped. And it's really unfortunate because it's kind of like they also introduced us to MUI when the game doesn't really have a dodge, so it's kind of like a dodgeless MUI.
Yeah.
Not to mention, like he only got 2 supers. Like it's scary.
Mm. You know what's funny? Like, and it's gonna be so funny when when people are listening to this. You guys couldn't hear it because I muted myself in Discord, but I didn't realize like the mic could pick up me like spitting in the fucking garbage can. That's what I'm doing by the way in the background. If you've gotten to this far, like I'm muting myself and I'm going and I'm spitting in my
Oh, yeah, you're cooked.
Oh my god, this whole time. No, because I muted, but like I didn't realize like I'm still recording. Oh my god, bro. I'm so sick, bro. Like my throat is like I'm not sneezing anymore or like runny nose. It's annoying. I'm drinking my tea. But
Yeah.
yeah, like oh man. This is a game, bro. I don't know. I'm personally like I'm done playing like online.
No.
I'm done
Oh,
playing
okay.
online. And I'm rarely gonna play this game really, cause like the only thing that holds this game is what's it called, practice match for me. Because honestly,
I
I
guess
have
like another
ideas.
thing.
Huh?
Another thing that like people don't really look into is that ever since the new producer, like we got this new producer, the game has been going like downhill.
Really?
Like Otani added a lot. Yeah, like Otani added like crossplay, or he pushed the idea for it.
Mm.
And like people saying, oh, it's not gonna be a big issue, but like this raider, like I said, this raider. Whoops. Ever
Mhm.
since this producer came into the like, became one,
Mhm.
he's been wanting to like balance the game. But I think he's a raider main because this motherfucker made survivors I mean, pretty bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like this new producer is also kind of boo boo.
Yeah.
But
I also feel like if you are a raider, like there's a way to play. And if you're still watching, watch how I play raider. Like I'm not like I try my absolute best not to camp. You know, like for example, I use my Zarbon and Dodoria to scout, not to put on downed bodies. I will use them to scout, right? I'll leave the area. It's kind of like proximity camping, but in a way, like I just send, Zarbon and Dodoria towards that direction. I'll leave the area, but send them in that direction, and like, or in any direction, and just let them scout. See if that icon pops up. But like, if I'm playing another raider, like I'm not gonna sit on a body. Or if you think I'm sitting on a body, it's most likely because that's the last area that needs to be capped. Like I'm a proximity camping, and bro, I'm not.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess you can add on to camping. It's not really like worth doing
Yeah.
unless like you can like pretty well, like obviously you won't know if you're gonna fully get it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like at certain times, like there's no need to camp, and also sometimes it's not worth camping.
Yeah.
Like camping, like I would say camping, like people with like stuns, a healer, or somebody with temperature's duty. That's when it's worth camping because getting them out actually, I'm not going. It's kind of like a win condition.
Yeah, but it's
feel me?
kind of weird because like how do you know as the raider like who has what and stuff like that, and or unless you're stream
Well,
sniping,
if it's a stun user, then you can obviously tell.
Yeah.
A
It's not
healer,
that's
you can
in general though. Like
tell
they
me.
have no
Tell me.
escape.
Yeah, like getting a stun user out is like practically a win condition, depending on your raider. If you're
Mhm.
playing like Cell Max, oh yeah, it's a win condition.
But it's
Yeah.
like, okay, like I get that maybe you would camp at healer, but you really don't have to. Like they have no escapes. You're gonna get that extra down anyways. Like I guess if STM is about to come out, then it's
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, I gotta think about it a little bit. But like typically you really don't have to camp early game if like really nobody found any keys. You can just kind of let them go and get back to hunting civs. That's what you need to be doing anyways, is like some of these raiders. Like Broly, that's a different story. You should just be going for straight people. I don't think you should focus on civs.
Yeah, I would say the only two raiders that you don't want to camp with is Broly and the Gammas. The raider that you probably should be camping with is like Vegeta.
I like Frieza.
Yeah.
Frieza, sure. Vegeta is like 100%.
Frieza is so bad in my opinion. I don't
Frieza, you
think
kind of
Frieza is
force
good.
him to get more downs. So it's kind of like it works.
Yeah. But yeah, but for the future in this game, I just don't know. They would have to legit they have to put more effort. And if they can't put more effort, I know why. Like I know why. Yeah, I think we could sum up a reason why they can't put in more effort, if you know what I mean. But like I'm not gonna say let's just think yeah. But
Budget.
hey, I really don't see a future in this game if especially a time like now to lower the cost of the game. Like that is crazy. That is crazy. I think this game should have been free or should be free right now, and to get $3 out of someone right now, like come on, bro.
That's not even the worst.
It's well, it is $3, but like at the same time, like you only want to buy the game when it's on discount because you have to spend money to buy the raiders.
Yeah, right.
Well,
like
that's still not the worst part. Like, I mean, those are bad. Don't get me wrong. Those like points that you guys made are pretty good. But I think the biggest thing people should even think about before buying the game is the fact that like we got what is it called? Coast Lock?
yeah.
That's insane. I mean, I feel like the fact that you cannot play with people that are from like the West Coast or Central or East unless you guys are all in the same area is kind of insane to me.
Yeah.
It's like you're forced to like buy a VPN, and I feel like you should never have to do that for any type of game to where you're paying a monthly subscription on something else to be able to play with your friends.
Exactly.
Atrocious.
Man, bro.
But yeah, as long as Coastal Lock stays in the game is gonna just end up dying.
Yeah.
Well, that's the biggest aspect, yeah, but I don't feel like that alone is the reason why people are leaving. Because I feel like, I mean, well, it'd be like 10 times better if that wasn't a thing. Because we'd get like faster games, like because like look at the lobbies we get now. Like we're waiting maybe 8 minutes for like one match that a raider might DC in if you guys beat them up too hard, or where you just get camped out. Like you actually can't play the game even when you're playing the game.
Yeah, and that's what killed it. Bro, I literally, I'm not even joking you. After that first match with you guys, I waited. I played, 2 hours, two and a half hours maybe, trying to get a match, trying to play, either getting DC'd, either getting camped, either people just like leaving and or just feeding or whatever.
Right.
Like it was just so annoying. Like the community it just feels broken. Like they don't want to play.
Right.
So, I don't know. This game's a mess.
Like the only playable like version of the game is pretty much like the first.
Practice.
Like you shouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that you have to VPN to play a game.
Yeah.
You truly
like,
should.
what if they really did this with practice though? That would have been crazy. This game would have definitely been gone. Like with practice mode, like Coast Lock. I'm talking about. If they had Coast Lock.
Yeah, like cause like I feel
great.
like another thing people don't really like about the game is what is it? Is when they remove like Raider with friends. Like people still want that back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like cause you kind of have to do Raider with friends now. Like, there's really there's no like type of communication other than like stamps in a lobby which is full of randoms. Like, ball hogging still an issue. Feeding, that's a big one that like Jamon mentioned a few times. Like, I don't feel like you should hop into a game that you waited so long for when like a lot of your teammates just don't care and they just feed, and it's kind of like, well, like what was the point? Like you're kind of like forced to either like block or just accept that they do this, and if you block, you're waiting even longer.
Yeah. I have no one blocked, by the way. I just play the game, bro. I just tried to play the
That's
game.
cap. That boy got like 900 people
No,
blocked.
I'm telling you, I don't have anyone blocked. But as for right now, like I'm done playing online. I just want to make that clear. Until they fix something, but I don't know. I just yeah. I think I'm gonna sometimes play practice mode because, like I said, I have ideas of like game modes. Like I have this one idea. It's kind of like I don't know if you guys played this as a kid in school or whatever, but it's called Sharks and Minnows, where like you'll go to one side of the one side and you have to run to the other side without them tagging you, like the sharks in the middle tagging you. So it's kind of like that where like the raider. I was thinking like the raider could be in the middle, and like we're running from one side to the other, but we are restricted to. I was gonna say like no active skills, right? Only passive skills. You could just run from one side to the other, use a vehicle, use whatever, like whatever's on the map. You know, swim, you know, hide, but you got to get from one side of the map to the other, or I don't know. I was just thinking. So, but yeah, that's still in the works. I'm still thinking. I'm still looking in the maps and practice mode, trying to see what I can do with that. But we'll talk about that later. But for now, I think I have to end it. I'm at 25 minutes, and the gameplay is like 26.
What?
So I'm gonna have to end it here. But I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. That's how we feel right now. But yeah, I'm
Don't buy the game.
Yeah, I said don't buy the game until they do something with it. Honestly, I mean it is $3 if you guys want to check it out. You know, you'll be
don't do it.
Lobby.
Don't do it. You're scamming
you
yourself.
can.
Don't do
You
it.
can. But yeah,
Get the
all right,
digital
guys.
deluxe.
I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. All right.